All right, folks, welcome back. We are going to be diving directly into lab number 8. Pretty straightforward here. Let's get started. So we are going to be performing a titration. Now, normally when we've done titrations in the past, they have almost exclusively been acid-base titrations. That is, we take an unknown concentration of either an acid or a base, we titrate the other component, it being an acid or base, until we reach the equivalence point, and then use a little bit of math in order to determine the unknown concentration of either the acid or base. And yes, I used acid or base a lot in that last sentence. In this case, however, we're going to be doing what's called a redox titration, where we're going to be determining the actual concentration of hydrogen peroxide solution by performing a redox reaction, with some potassium permanganate. The procedure for this is almost identical to what we've done with an acid-base titration. There's just a few little differences that we're going to take into consideration here. So here's the balanced chemical equation that we're going to be utilizing, and potassium permanganate is a dark, vibrant purple color. I think we actually utilized this when we made some solutions back last year in our solutions unit. When added to hydrogen peroxide, it's going to turn a light pink color, very similar to a titration with phenolphthalein. So we don't actually use a pH indicator in order to determine the endpoint of the titration. It's going to be a light pink color just based off the fact that that's what this changes over the course of a chemical reaction and a titration. So the premise of the titration is very similar to what we've done previously. It's just we're not going to need any phenolphthalein because a light pink color is already going to be produced over the course of this titration. So, again, similar, but not exactly the same. So how we're going to do this is you're going to get and make 100 milliliters of a 0.025 molar KMNO4 solution and 100 milliliter volumetric flask. Your job to figure out how to go through and put that together. You're going to set up a burette and a titration apparatus just like we normally do. You're going to prepare and fill the burette with the 0.025 molar KMNO4, so make sure you rinse it appropriately, just like what we've always gone through and discussed. You're then going to add 1 milliliter of the hydrogen peroxide and 20 milliliters of distilled water to an empty Erlenmeyer flask. Now, one thing that's not listed here that I forgot is that you are going to add 5 milliliters of, I believe, sulfuric acid to this. If you go back and take a look at the previous balanced chemical equation, in order for this to work, we need some H plus ions, and in order to get the H plus ions, it needs to be an acidic solution, so that's the reason why. We're going to titrate as normal until a light pink color is achieved. We're going to record the amount of KMNO4 added in the data table and repeat till we get 3 good trials. Again, very similar to what we would do with the normal titration. Now, when we do our final calculations with this, we need to calculate the number of moles of KMNO4 that's used in the titration. So by utilizing the molarity and the volume of KMNO4 that we added, we can figure out the moles of KMNO4, use a mole ratio based on the balanced chemical equation shown previously to convert to moles of H2O2 and then convert it to grams. We're going to assume that grams is the same as milliliters of hydrogen peroxide. The density of hydrogen peroxide is about 1 gram per milliliter, so we can safely make that assumption. Take the milliliters of H2O2 that we get by the total volume of the solution, which should be 1 milliliter, and determine the percent composition of hydrogen peroxide in the bottle. Should be about 3%, but hydrogen peroxide readily decomposes over time, or if it's exposed to light, so it may not exactly be 3%, or there may be some experimental error. You got 3 trials to get it figured out, but again, very similar to titrations we've done previously. We're just looking at things a little bit differently through a redox titration. So that pretty much sums up this investigation. Look forward to seeing you guys in lab, and we will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.